So at this point, we've got a completed scan. Under My Scans, you can see that it shows up right here. And if I click on it, I've got the list of vulnerabilities that are broken out by categories. So I've got 7 critical vulnerabilities, 4 high vulnerabilities, 22 medium, 7 low, and then there are 112 just informational vulnerabilities. So if I click on this, I can drill into this a little bit deeper, and I got my list of vulnerabilities now. These are categorized in order of severity. The criticals are at the very top, and then the informationals are at the very bottom. I can reorder these so the informationals are at the very top, but you probably want to really look at the criticals first, and we can click on any of these. You'll get a description and then some additional information if you want to click one of these links that will pop open another tab for me. And in this case, this just happens to be a mailing list post that announces the advisory for this particular vulnerability. So this is a Debian security advisory that provides a little bit additional information. This is related to port 22 TCP, which is SSH. So I can hop back over to vulnerabilities. I can keep clicking through here. I've got a description, and in some cases, I've got a solution. So in this case, the solution is to upgrade to a version of the Unix operating system that is currently supported. What Nessus believes is it found a version of, in this case, Linux that is no longer supported. You can see that Ubuntu 8.04 support ended in 2011. Nessus considers this a pretty critical vulnerability, one of the reasons being that there are just no more updates for an operating system that is no longer supported, and that's a pretty significant issue. Sometimes you'll actually get solutions. In this case, it says comment out the login line in etc inetd.conf and then just restart the inetd process. This is really the important part. So finding the vulnerabilities, particularly with a vulnerability scanner, is really easy. Determining how to remediate the vulnerability, in other words, how to get rid of that vulnerability or at least mitigate it to minimize the potential for that vulnerability being triggered and something bad happening, that's really the harder part, which is where something like Nessus or Nexpose or any of the others that provide solutions are really beneficial. Many of them are just going to say update because the fix is in the new package where there was a software bug that got addressed. So you can go through all of these vulnerabilities and read more about them and also determine what the solution is so that either you or the person you are working for or with in order to do the scanning can go remediate the vulnerabilities and go fix them so they don't exist anymore. Nessus, again, is a great vulnerability scanner. We've got a long list of vulnerabilities that you can go through. We can also export a report from Nessus, and we'll show you how to do that and why that's useful. And we'll do that coming up.